Hi Pisces, this is Molly from Oracles of Jedi, and I'm here today to give you your astrology update for the month of May. And I'm using my enchanted map deck today, and I'm going to be pulling a card from that to give you kind of an idea of what's going on astrologically. And I'm also going to be looking at your chart. And right now I'm looking at a Pisces ascendant chart. But, this video will also pertain to you if you're a sun sign Pisces, if you have a moon in Pisces. I would have to give you a specific reading. This is just a general reading. I would have to give you, like, a personal reading to be able to look at your chart, to be able to, like, give you accurate information about what's going on right now astrologically and the planets that are transiting. But I feel like this is a really good way to kind of give you an idea of what's going on and what's going on in the sky. So right now, I've been talking to the other signs. I'm going to talk about 3 different aspects right now that are going on in your chart. I'm going to talk about Pluto and Saturn, and I'm going to talk about Venus and Uranus that are transiting together through Taurus right now, as well as Jupiter and Sag and where that might be hitting your chart. If you've got, you should really pull up a chart of your own. Sometimes it's interesting to, look at what houses are and what signs are where, because it gives you an idea visually of what might be going on with you. I can also help you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I'll get back to you. You can always send me a message at oraclesofjedi@gmail.com. And I'm willing to send you information or help you with anything that you might have a question about, or if you need clarification about anything. I'm willing to help you. And I really appreciate you watching and liking our videos. You can check us out on Facebook at oraclesofjedi.com, as well as, on our YouTube channel at Oracles of Jedi. And so, back to the reading, I wanted to mention a couple things. So right now, you do have Uranus and Venus traveling through Taurus. And this person actually has Taurus in the 2nd house, which is interesting. That's the house of self-esteem, self-worth, money, your personal belongings, anything that you own that is yours, that is your personal thing. It's also your values, your personal feelings about things. I know that Pisces is that water sign. It's feeling and emotional. I actually am a triple water, so I can kind of relate to that, what you might be going on with right now, like what might be happening right now in your life. And this is kind of a message that I have to give to you, Pisces. I've been doing a lot of work spiritually, and I have a feeling you probably have been too. You may have experienced a spiritual awakening recently. If you're starting a new practice in any way, if that's meditation, yoga, going to a new church, finding out a new faith, anything of the spiritual nature, I just have a feeling that you're probably like maybe your mind is being blown by like how many people are like validating you, like seeing your gifts, anything like that, and they're really noticing you, and you're finally like feeling like, hey, I finally figured out like what I believe, and maybe like you're feeling like a renewed sense of self-esteem. And with that Venus and that Uranus there, I feel like you may even have some like new love in your life, like, and it could have happened unexpectedly. Maybe it happened after you experienced that spiritual awakening, Pisces. If you have any placements in the 2nd house, if you have any natal planets in there, I would like to look at that. Please shoot me an email if you have a question about that. I can try to look at that and answer it for you. I also do personal readings with astrology as well as tarot to give us clarification about what's going on right now in your life astrologically, and I can give you a really accurate description about what's happening and maybe help you make some decisions if you want some information. With Venus and Uranus going through that 2nd house, again, that's very good luck. You're probably getting lots of money right now, whether that's through a love relationship, a partnership of some kind. Uranus is like that lightning bolt energy, anything unexpected, a surprise, something out of nowhere might be hitting with that planet going right next to it with Venus, with it traveling. And I feel like gosh, you know, I'm looking at this chart. I feel like this person is like really confused. They may even have this person may even have an alcohol problem where they're just debilitated all the time. I know that can be a tendency sometimes with Pisces, especially Pisces men. I feel like sometimes I'm not trying to label you guys as anything, but sometimes you may, like, if you've got like a Neptune placement in your first house, you may have a problem with boundaries and just kind of knowing your own limit on things. Maybe you take things maybe you take things too far. And you're an artist and you have abilities, especially if you've got a moon placement in the first house. And you've probably got some kind of psychic abilities and you just don't know how to handle it. And because of that, you mask it with alcohol or drugs. And maybe you have an abuse problem. I see that, and I'm feeling that with looking at this particular chart. Again, like I said, I would have to give you like a specific reading for your own chart. Pisces, I'm not trying to, like, you know, be a downer here by talking about that. I think there's good things coming for you. You know, I try to give a positive reading to all the signs. I felt like Pisces really wanted a reading this month. If you have been experiencing some pain in, maybe you've had, you know, I think a lot of people have been having problems with the 8th house. Maybe something has come out with the Scorpio full moon. This person also has Scorpio in the 8th house, which is already a house of Scorpio, so that's like a double whammy. Really, I don't know, I've heard that double whammy before, but I don't know where it's from. But yeah, they've got like a double dose of Scorpio, and that can be really challenging and intense energy to deal with. They also have, you know, Pluto on the cusp natally. I think that, you know, with Capricorn, this person has Capricorn in the 11th house. With Capricorn and Saturn running through it together, they've probably had some sort of like loss in the groups and associations that they're involved with. Maybe they were a part of a group. Maybe they had a lot of friendships and they've lost some friends. Maybe you've been torn down to the core in that area. And if that's happened to you and you've lost a lot of friends, maybe through, you know, it could be through drugs. It could be through anything, really. Sometimes people just pass away and there's not much we can do about it. It could be that, and it could also just be that, like, people grew apart, you're just not friends with them anymore. You've had some struggles in that area, but I do feel like Pluto is coming around, and you may have like a renewed gift in that area, because Pluto does give us a gift as it's starting to transit on the other side of the house and through that sign, and I feel like it's starting to do that. And Saturn's there building it back up and giving it energy, and so you're building a new foundation in that area. You may have some new friendships, you may join some new groups, you may start to feel like you belong in those groups. Maybe you felt like on the outside for a long time, like you didn't have any friends. I mean, I also have, you know, some placements that are similar to this. It's possible. I don't think actually, no, I don't. Never mind. But I was just saying, like, if you've had an experience where you've lost a lot in that type of area in your life, and you may feel like encouraged or ready to have some new friends. That could be happening for you with Capricorn there. It's just building a new foundation, and it's going to be rock solid, whatever that is. Capricorn is a rock solid sign. Saturn rules Capricorn, so it's going to be a rock solid sign that is there. I also wanted to talk about Jupiter that is transiting Sag. And wow, I'm just having a really hard time with this chart for some reason. There's like a heaviness that's going on. I'm not sure what it is. It could just be that this person is experiencing some stuff. And maybe I should just look at a general chart instead. But what I'm sensing is just that maybe you've been feeling really sad, Pisces. I know that there was a couple other signs that were feeling sad today. Maybe something is going on right now that you're just really upset about. Maybe I think it could be your career. Maybe if you've got Saturn and Pluto transiting your 10th house of career, and it's been going through there for quite a while, I would, you know, that's a really hard placement. I talked a little bit about Sag earlier, you know, in the Sag video, where I was saying, look, you've been if you've got it going through the second house, it's similar, because career really affects people, and especially men, because I'm not trying to be like I'm a feminist, but like, I'm not trying to say anything, but I just feel like men typically have their ego tied up in their careers. So if you're experiencing like a loss, and you've had a loss in that area for quite a while, or you haven't had the recognition that you want, or you've been doing and working really hard in that area of your life, Pisces, and your career is just never got off the ground, or never went in the direction that you wanted to, and you've lived a long time, and you're like, I just want to see the fruits of my labor. I think within the next year, you may have a renewed sense of purpose in your career, if that's what's going on with Jupiter there. If you've got a Jupiter and Sag in the 10th house, if you recently had, or if you have, if you have Capricorn in the 10th house, and I do see like a new gift coming for you. You may have like a book that gets published. Maybe you're publishing your own book. Maybe you're getting a new job offer. It could be something like that. If that happened, I feel like it would happen towards the end of this year. I think I've been telling other people what I've been feeling is that within the next 6 months, they may start seeing something emerge, but I feel like in November or December, they're probably going to either get a new contract or be rewarded in some way through Capricorn, and that Capricorn and Pluto going together through Capricorn. And wherever that's hitting in your chart, it's giving you some sort of gift. And so I feel like you may actually feel good for the first time in a really long time, Pisces, and I can really relate to that. I think we've all been struggling. Anybody that's spiritually awake and has that ability to sense the collective knows that a lot of people have been struggling lately. I've just recently come out with my gifts and started trying to share my abilities and help other people that have been struggling. And I know that Pisces really, it's an emotional sign. They really care about other people. They care about their families. They care about their spiritual life. They care about their partners. They have a lot of love to give, and they're very empathetic people. And so if you've been sensing the collective and it's hard on you, and if it's possible that you're an empath, and Pisces, like all the other water signs, so I found this out recently and I thought it was interesting and I wanted to share it with you. All of the water signs are typically spiritual, and they live in the water at least part of the time. There's the crab, the scorpion, and the fish, the two fish with this Pisces. And the crab has a shell that can protect it, and Cancer is very protective. They're soft on the inside, but they're hard on the outside. And Scorpio's got like a tail that stings. It's got a shell, and it's hard, and it's deep and dark, and they crawl out of the dark corner, and they live underneath the ground, in the walls, in the ocean, anywhere like that's wet. I saw one in the river last summer. It was like a water scorpion. It was interesting. My son found it. But the fish doesn't have a protective coating. It's just kind of swimming around and like in the ether, and like it's not protected. And you guys feel everything. You're porous. Everything, that all the emotions that are floating around, you may be picking up stuff from all kinds of people that you love. It could be family members, it could be coworkers. I just want to like tell you guys, like, you need to protect yourself. I know that because you're just a really sensitive sign, and you should be doing rituals that protect yourself, whether that's spiritual devotion, chanting, doing time for meditation, calling in your angels, saying prayers, whatever you do to feel like you're secure, not only psychically and spiritually, but from the people that are toxic in your life. Sometimes we have to cut out people that just suck our energy all of the time and just don't make us feel good. And so I just wanted to give that message to you, Pisces. I hope that helps in some way. I do want to give you a good message. If like I said, you may meet somebody with the Venus and the Uranus in the second house, or it could just be money, and that's still really good. So if you're meeting somebody at work, possibly with that Uranus there, it could be that. And I also wanted to talk about, like, this person actually has a conjunction, which is really interesting. The North Node in Cancer, they have it going through their 5th house, and they actually natally have the North Node in Cancer in the 5th house, and that's just like, whoa. That person is probably like experiencing their, like, the return of their love, like their true love, their true purpose. Maybe it's their children, their home, a creative project. So, you know, it could be something like that. And again, I mean, if you want me to, I can look at your personal chart and give you like specific things that are going on right now, and maybe give you some more, you know, specific advice about what's going on in your life, possibly what creative project is coming for you in the next couple of months, where money is coming from. Possibly I could tell you when your love partner may be showing up for you if you're single. And if you're partnered, I do think like this person probably has a partner, and they're feeling really like a lot of love for that partner. They may even be getting married. You know, with, I mean, I can usually tell if somebody's going to get married too. So if you have a question like that and you want like a specific love reading, please shoot me an email. I would love to talk to you. I'm going to pull a card now from the Enchanted Map deck from Colette Baron Reed. And I'm hoping this will just kind of give us a overall vibe for what's going on for the rest of the month of May. For Pisces, okay. Education is what's coming up. And education in this deck means that you're probably going back to school. You may be going back to school, or you may just be learning something new. It could be a new area of your life that you've never experienced before, and you're going back and getting training for something. It could be that you're taking a parenting class. With the North Node in Cancer right now, you may be taking some new parenting classes. Maybe you're going into counseling for your family. It could be something like that. It could be that it's just an area that you're not knowledgeable in, and you're finding out new stuff about that right now. And that's what this education card is in your reading. Also, there's a bird in this reading. I think that's a heron. I'm not positive. It could be a crane. I think that there might be some sort of new creative project on the way. This woman is reading a book that has like a fairy coming out of it, and I just feel like that's very imaginative, and that's so like Pisces. You guys are very imaginative people, and you guys are just like, you're so creative and sensitive, and you have so many gifts to share with the world. I feel like maybe this is telling you that you need to like share some of your knowledge so that other people can be educated. It could be reversed. So I hope that message helped you, Pisces, and I look forward to talking to you again in the next month in June. Again, if you have any other questions for me, actually I feel like I want to pull one more card for you. I didn't do that for any of the other signs, so don't tell them. But I want to pull one more card for Pisces. How about, tell me something about their love life. Oh. Okay, well, I kind of pulled a sad card. Sad embrace. Okay. So, Pisces, I think something sad is happening for you right now. Maybe you're having a hard time at home. I feel like it could be that. If that's happening right now, again, I would just advise you to do something for yourself that makes you happy. Maybe that's going shopping. Maybe that's spending time with your family, or somebody that makes you laugh and you have fun with. Maybe you could go out on a special date or do something that you enjoy, like going out to eat, or going to a movie, or anything that's just very relaxing for you. I feel like you should probably go out and maybe hiking or being in nature if possible. So I'm really sad that I got this card for you, Pisces. I felt like there was another card for you, and I was hoping for something like, you know, special and maybe like positive and encouraging. Maybe that just needs to happen. Sometimes we have to feel sad before we can have joy in our life. So I do wish you many blessings, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching and liking my video. I look forward to talking to you more next month. And again, thank you for liking and subscribing. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email. You can message me on Facebook and like us on our Oracles of Jedi page. Talk to you soon. Bye.